everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and welcome. I am going to do a fun just chat and sew along today, listening to some music in the background, and we're going to make some Junky Grungy Grammy dolls. So these are all my Junky Grungy Grammy dolls, and if you guys are interested in making your own, there is a pattern for the link down below in my Etsy shop, or you can come purchase any of the dolls that you see here. So I'm so glad you guys can make it today. I'm just getting set up here. And we'll talk about some of my newer dolls I've made. Let's see here. So yeah, I'm glad you guys can join today. I think we're getting all set up here. We're waiting for people to join and come check it out so we can all sew together. So I'd love to hear where everybody's watching from. I live in Oregon, and we've been having some pretty warm weather here. I think today's like 91 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just like muggy outside. It's a pretty muggy day today. But yeah. So we'll talk about some of the newer dolls I've been working on. And some other dolls I've made before. So yeah, if you guys want to just leave a comment, let me know you guys can hear me and where you guys are watching from. I'd love to know where you guys are hanging out at and watching me make some dolls here and maybe sewing along with me. Oh, hi, Maddie. I'm glad you can make it. Okay. Oh, hi, Patty. I'm glad you can make it. Oh, Indiana. That's right. That's right. That's awesome. So yeah. Oh, hi, Ginger. Oh, North Carolina. That is great. Yes, the overalls. We were talking about the overalls. I'm so excited about that. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I was just double checking because you never know. I could be here talking away and just talking to myself, which I'm very good at. Yeah, Patty, I've been working on making some fun overalls, and I did a little paint thing. Yes, yes, we're definitely going to get into that and talk about some of the new dolls I've been working on. And then we're going to finish our doll that we started, I think Thursday. I think it was last Thursday. So I've been trying to come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you guys are new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. And hit that notification bell, guys, so you'll know the next time that I go live. And I'm trying to do it Tuesdays and Thursdays Pacific time. I'm over in the West Coast here in Oregon, and I'm trying to pop on those times. Seem to work the best for everybody and me. And yeah, just hit that notification bell too, and you guys will know when I'm on, and we can all do some fun stitching and sewing together here. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Hi, Jor. Welcome. Yes, I have a huge collection happening here. I just keep going and going and going and having way too much fun. So I need your guys' help. Go to my Etsy shop and buy some. I will send them to you. I'm going to be the crazy doll lady with all a million dolls staring at me. But yes, and there's a pattern down below. So I've explained this to you guys if you guys are new here. I'll explain it to you, but I have an Etsy link down below, and you guys can just click on that. It'll take you to my Etsy shop, and you can scroll through, find any of the dolls that you want, and of course purchase. And then there's a pattern. I have the link down below for the pattern of my Junky Grungy Grammy dolls, and you guys could click on it. It'll take you to my Etsy shop, to the pattern, and then in there is the description, and it has the link in the description of my Etsy, and you just copy and paste it over to YouTube, and it takes you straight to a playlist showing you guys how I put my dolls together, and I show you guys step by step that way. So there's no written instructions when you copy off the PDF, the download. It's a whimsical pattern outlined, drawn by me, and Yeah, that's how I do it, and no, just so I can make it affordable for everybody too, and I just made tutorials for it. So even when you guys watch the videos on my other ones, I'd really appreciate if you guys liked them and stuff because that helps it get it out there further. And I really appreciate you guys' support. I mean, I really do. You guys are very, very supportive, and thank you for the hearts. I love it, guys. And I'm really happy you guys are enjoying my dolls here. So yeah, that's cool. I got some people to tell me where they're watching from. I'm in Oregon, and I'd love to hear where you guys are all watching from because it's just so much fun for everybody to see around the world of where you're making your own little junky grungy Grammy dolls. So I just got some music in the background, just some guitar music and just some fun little thing to listen to. Okay, so let's talk about the dolls I've been working on. So I got here. I actually need to switch over. I have my computer mouse and then I have my laptop mouse, so I keep grabbing the wrong ones here. But let me get set up. Whoops. I didn't mean to turn the music off, but I'll get back to the music in a second. So what I have is Sally. This is Sally, and she's in my Etsy shop. And I think she's so much fun. She's a little art doll. She's a little artist doll. And she has a paint palette. Oh, Rose, you're from England. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome. And Lucas, is it Lucas? Welcome. I'm so glad that you guys can make it. But she's got a little paint palette that she comes with. And I did her a little red hair and a little heart that I stitched, just a little hand stitching button. And then she comes with a journal, of course, and paint splats. So I went and did some acrylic splats all over her overalls. And then she's wearing a little bandana, and I, of course, did some paint splats on those. Thank you, Rose. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad you're enjoying my dolls. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. That's the best way to support me, and I really appreciate you guys. And welcome. Welcome to our little junky grungy doll family here. And if you guys want to make your own pattern, or I mean, make your own doll using my pattern, there is a link down below. You just click on it. And yeah, you guys can follow along and make your own little junky grungy Grammy doll. And then they come with little journals. So when you purchase the dolls, they come with the journal that I make, and these are all handmade. And I bind them together. And they can actually be written in and stuff too. You guys can write down some fun adventures you go on together. Oh, thank you, Squishy. I'm glad you can join. Hi, Jamerl. Glad you could join. Hi, Sherry. Welcome. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying my dolls here. So yeah, this is Sally, and she is, I don't know if I linked her down below, but I do have my Etsy link down there, and you guys just click on that and scroll through my Etsy shop and you'll see her. This is Sally, and she's got the little paint palette. And I'm working on making another one to add to my shop because I'm really enjoying the little overalls and the paint splats and then the little paint palette. It's just so much fun. So we have her. And then we have Daisy May. Daisy May. And she is just sweet. Little chicken. She comes with a little chicken with real chicken feathers. I have chickens, so these are real chicken feathers. And she's got a cute little just bird trinket and a little bandana. And she's got her overalls. And she's made out of one of my husband's older flannels that he didn't wear anymore. And he works in construction, so it's kind of cool. So he's got paint on it and it's different things that he through the years. So it kind of makes it just nice and junky and grungy. So this is made from his flannel. and it's just super fun. And I did a little neck tie with a button on it. No, I don't consider them voodoo dolls, but you can definitely consider them anything that you would like, Shirley. Yeah, for sure. And I do have a voodoo doll in my Etsy shop. So if you click on the Etsy link down below, I actually have a voodoo doll that I have made in there. And yeah, go check them out. No, I do not have a pattern for the jeans, but I will be doing after we're done making our doll here, this little series of our doll that we started. I will be showing you guys how I did it. And it's with a pattern that I already have in my Etsy shop. Okay. So keep that in mind. That will be something that will be coming up soon. So you guys make sure to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm popping on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 Pacific time. And like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And I really appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, the Coraline doll, isn't she fun? Everybody was telling me that mine looked like a Coraline. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a Coraline doll, and I have a pattern in my Etsy shop for you guys to make your own. And I call her my blue-haired freckle face girl. And she's got a little, if you could see her there, she's got a little, I'm afraid if I pull her out, they're all gonna fall. So I made a little kitty that comes with the pattern, plus a raincoat and the whole little rain boots and everything. So go check her out. I have a pattern in my shop for my blue-haired freckle face girl is what I call her. Hi, Jor. I am glad that you guys all got to make it today. It's called Lion Brand yarn, Jor, and I have the Amazon links. So anything you guys are interested in, scroll through my Amazon links, and it should be down there. Any of the trinkets, the yarn. I try to keep a lot of the stuff down there, but if you're curious and can't find it, let me know, and I will pop it down there or let you know what I'm using. Yeah, yes. If you go watch my videos, I make it very simplified on how to put the hair on. I just glue the hair down. And I have like a whole routine that I do, and it's pretty simple just to kind of get the hair on, and then you put the back of the hair and just glue it down and smash it. So I have tons of videos to go check those out on how I do that. And then also stick with this series, and I will get to the hair part on the doll that we're making now. So yeah. So I hope that answers some of your guys' questions. But this is Daisy May, and she's super fun to make. Let me get some music back on here. There we go. Okay. So we got a little bit of background music going. And then there's a doll that is something in my heart told me that I really wanted to make this doll. And I really love helping others and making, so people can feel secure and have some hope in life and just, So this is my Jane doll. And she is created as a little companion, of encouragement. Sorry about that. Reflection, strength, and heart. She spreads positivity and hope. So it's a great breast cancer awareness doll that I really enjoyed making. And she comes with little earrings, which I think are sweet, and just a great inspirational, it's a support doll, a therapy doll, and it helps with like to create care, strength, hope, belief, spirit, love, faith, courage, all that fun stuff. And it just helps someone get through a hard time. And then I have a little junk journal that is just inspirational quotes I put throughout. So you got positivity and energy, be bravely you, positively happy thoughts, just different things like that throughout here. And as I said, I've totally got this. And her name is Jean, and I have her for sale in my Etsy shop. Yeah, sure. It's a Lion Brand yarn is what I use. And it's just really cool. And if you do not have that, if you sew or anything like that, just keep your threads. So I have all my threads and I add those to the hair too and put threads in their hair. So like any of the threads that you sew with or any of the fabric scraps that you can kind of rip off the threads and stuff, keep them because you can glue those on and use them as hair. So I've done that many of times. Hi, Samantha. Welcome. I'm glad you can make it. Yeah, I'm so glad everybody's here today. I'm just scrolling through, making sure I'm not missing anybody here. Okay, so let's get started. So like I said, the pattern link is down below. And also the dolls are all for sale in my Etsy shop. So you guys feel free, come purchase, come order, come grab a PDF, print it off, and let's sew together. Let's do some fun sewing. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. So I do have tube turners. Yeah, the thread, sure, that works really good. So like if you're not able to find any of the yarn or anything like that, just keep your threads or any, like if you have a bunch of fabric and you can take it and, here, let me grab one and show you. Like if you take any, this is my tea dyed fabric, but if you could take any of it and just kind of go like this and get some of that threads off of there, that's great. And some of this fabric, you can really get a bunch of threads that you can keep and then just put them in a jar. Or, I have mine in a little owl coffee cup somewhere. I don't know where it is right now, but I just keep them all and keep them in there and collect them up. And then you got all kinds of different colors. And yeah, you could do little thread hair. So it's just a fun way to recycle and use those up. Okay, so these are my tube turners is what they're called. And it is a game changer, guys, when it comes to working with these smaller hands, especially the little minis here. I got my minis. So I got my little mini dollies. And these little arms are hard to turn unless you have this fun little tube turner. And I made all the patterns and did them all before I even bought these tube turners, and they fit perfectly. This one, the small one, fits perfectly in the arms and legs, and then the medium one here fits perfectly in this arm and legs. So it's weird. It's weird how it worked out perfect, but they really do. It really does work out. So these are great to use. And yeah, so if you guys are into making the dolls, I would definitely suggest to get these tube turners. And then I'll show you. Well, let's make sure here. So the only part I snip because you don't want it to pucker is around the neck. Like, because this is a pretty good curve here. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today, and I'd love to hear some projects you guys have been working on. And feel free to post over in my community chats or my community tab over there. You guys can post some projects you've been working on or some dolls that you've made. I would really, really enjoy it. And it helps inspire others. So some people say, you know, around curves and stuff like that, you should snip like I did around here, but I never have had that problem. Plus, I always put hair to cover up there, even if it puckers a little bit. So I don't worry about that. I'm like, I don't want to put effort in if I don't need to, you know. You know how that goes. Okay. See, and then you just pop it like that. Pull it. Super easy. I mean, these just really work so well. I can turn that down a little bit. So yeah, that's the plan today. Is we'll see how far we get of making this little doll here. So then I just tuck the flaps in like that. And then you just decide which side that you want to use to have the front. And then these are great. These are my little, I forgot the name of them, but they're really cool. I have them down in my links down there. And they're great little stuffers to get up in there. It just makes it a lot easier because you can just grab onto them. Hemostats. That's what they're called. They're like used for like surgical stuff. And they're called hemostats, but I have a different name down there too. They're like a like just little metal clamps. And they're great. And inexpensive too. Which I like. And then I'll show you guys a trick, because the easiest way to get the dress on, you don't want to stuff the whole body. We're just going to stuff the head and the neck, and then I'll show you guys. So if you guys are new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. That is the best way to support me and my little junky, grungy Grammy dolls here. And I really appreciate it. And I use just tea-dyed fabric, coffee-dyed fabrics. These are tea. I went ahead and did tea dye on this one. And they just turn out really fun and grungy. And it just gives them a lot of character. And I do have videos of me coffee dyeing and different things like that. And I'm sure I link them down below, so you guys can go check them out. And it just shows you how I dye my fabrics. So I hand dye all my fabrics, hand stitch the dolls, and it's just so fun and so relaxing. I mean, as you can tell here, I'm going crazy with it and having a good time. So I kind of figure out which side I want to be the front, and I'll stuff like this part and kind of have it poke out, you know, like for the nose and stuff like that. So I kind of, and you can see it's a little flatter back here. So you can kind of work in a little more of the batting here, or stuffing. There we go. So I do stuff them pretty tight because I really don't want their head flopping around, so I get the neck really good. And then I'll show you guys, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to put the dress on. Because you don't want to stuff the whole body because you won't be able to get the dress on. And then I'll tell you what to do if you stuff the whole body, sew it, and get the legs on, and you haven't put the dress on, which I've done many of times. And I will show you guys what I do to the dress to be able to put it on. And it seems to work pretty good. Hi, Val. Welcome. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like my dolls. These are my Junky Grungy Grammy dolls. So there we go. So I got it stuffed pretty good here. And you can just kind of, that's why I like these little clamp things, because you can work it around how you want it. And then I just want to make sure I get the neck really good. So take your time stuffing and getting it right, you know. The fun part about making these is just the slow, it's kind of like slow stitching, you know, where it just brings out the endorphins and helps you relax, and just the fun. It's meant to be fun and relaxing, and none of these have to be perfect, guys. That's not the point to making these. Add your own little personalities to them, and each doll, as you could see, is different. I mean, it depends on the I mean, you could see with her, she's got different coffee dye splats on her face, and she's a little bit lighter, and then she's got one going through here, and you get to see the difference just even with the dyeing of the fabrics, and the way that you add the blush to the cheeks and stuff like that, you know. Oh, hi, Karen. I'm glad you made it. Oh, you were watching the football? Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. No problem at all. I'm glad you can make it, though. We're just talking about the Junky Grungy dolls here and how they all have different personalities, and none of them have to be the same at all. That is not the point to it. The point is just to relax and do some stitching, guys, and see how it turns out, you know? I love to get it all done and sewn up on the sewing machine, then sit down in my comfy chair and watch my favorite shows and just hand stitch and see where we go from here. Oh, thank you so much. Yep. Oh yeah, you didn't get to see yet. So yeah, this is Sally. She's my little doll here. And she's the little artist, and she got splats all over her, little splat paints, the acrylic that I did. So super fun. And then this is Daisy May, and she's got little overalls. And I did the flannel out of my husband's flannel, and she's got a little chicken, and she's got a little journal and little patches and stuff. So yeah, and then I was telling everybody, because they're curious on the overalls, how I made them. And after we're done making this doll and putting her all together for the series of, you know, getting her done, I will definitely show you guys. It's a pattern that's in my shop that I just kind of added to, and it's super easy. I'm not going to make an actual pattern for the overalls, but I will show you guys how I do it, and it's super easy. It's super easy. So definitely hit the notification bell and be ready for when we do that series on how to put these little gals together. Okay? Yeah, I'm so glad that you're enjoying her. So we're just stuffing her, and I'm showing everybody how to put on the dress. how to get the dress on before you stuff the whole body and put the legs on, which I've done millions of times. So if you accidentally stuff the whole body, have the legs on, and you're like, wait, I can't get this on. This is what I've done. Is I'll go ahead and take the dress and I'll fold it in half. And I've showed you guys if you've, if you're new here, I'll show you. But I've showed you guys this before. But you fold the dress in half and just make sure you're catching, I'm not going to actually cut it, but if you make sure you're catching just the top layer, you don't want to cut both layers. And then just do a slice all the way up, right? So then you just did it through the one layer. You open it up and then you just wrap it around the body before you put the arms on. And you would just add a little lace here, glue it. I just glue this down, and you can even do little cute buttons all the way down too. But that's the way I've done it if I accidentally get the whole body together and go, oh man, I did not put the dress on yet. So that's what I'll do, is just cut it and then just glue some lace or something down the middle, and then you got the dress on like that. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, because it's just a quick, so you don't have to unstuff it and, stitch, rip, and do all that fun stuff. But before, if you catch it before you get everything on, just go ahead. And I just stuffed it to the neck here. And I'm just going to fold this like that. I'm going to go up through the dress. So see which side you want, the front and the back. So go up through the dress, clamp it, and just pull it through. Like that. That easy. Yeah, Maddie beat you here, Karen. she was the first one on before everybody else. So I'm glad everybody can make it. It's super exciting. And we're just kind of just continuing on here and putting a little Junky grungy Grammy all together. So that's the best way to put the dress on before you get her all the way stuffed, right? And then I just pop it up like that and just continue to stuff. And I keep the threads, so anything that comes off, I just put them over in a jar or coffee cup or just whatever container you got, and keep the threads. And then we're just going to continue stuffing. So I just make sure I get the neck really tight, because I don't want the neck flopping around, or the head flopping around. Okay, so these are hemostat scissors, right? They're for surgery. I put a different name. I have it in the links down below. Let's see. Whoops. I forgot what the name of them are that I put down there. But they're hemostats, and they're just, I get them on Amazon. There is a link down below for them. And I'm sure I got the links down there, don't I? Did I get the links down? But yeah, just scroll through my Amazon links, and I have them down in there. Yeah. Yeah, but they're great. They're just hemostats. They're used for like surgical kind of stuff, but you can clamp them like that if you needed to, but I never have to clamp them together. And they're great just for grabbing on and stuffing them in there. But yeah, I think there's something tweezers. That's pretty much what I clamp, little tweezer things. But they are in the links down below. I made sure to get those in there. Yeah. Okay, and then I stuff it about 3/4 of the way, and then I will show you guys what I add to the bottom part of their body and the trick to keep it in there. Oh, hi, Felicity. Welcome. I'm glad you can make it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. That is the best way to support me and my little junky, grungy Grammy dolls here. And make sure to grab a pattern. I got them very reasonable price for you. And you guys can come and join. And it's just a PDF printout of a whimsical outline of the dolls for my Junky Grungy Grammy dolls. And I have tons of patterns. Everything you see here, I have a pattern for, like my Coraline, which is my blue-haired freckle-faced girl. And then I get a witch patterns. And I even have my little reindeer pattern. That's down below. Or in my Etsy shop too, if it's not down below. And I got many more. I even have my little mini dollies here. I got the pattern for those. And it's just a print off, and you would just copy and paste the link in the description of the Etsy link, in the description of the Etsy, and paste it over to YouTube. And it takes you right to all the tutorials of me showing exactly how I make these dolls step by step. So that's how I keep them affordable for everybody and not have like written instructions and, like a cover page and illustrations and all that stuff. I would have to charge a lot more. So I made it so everybody can make these for a reasonable price and have fun and join me, because that's what it's about, is stitching together and having fun and, just being a community together, a tribe. This is our little tribe here. I love it. And I really appreciate you guys so much. Okay. So I just make sure my dress is semi-straight here. And I've stuffed it to about here. And we're going to go ahead and add some buckwheat holes, is what they're called. And I have them in the links down below. Well, thank you, Karen. I'm glad you're enjoying the pattern. But these are buckwheat holes, is what they're called. Here, let me get it. And they're really lightweight. They don't have a smell to them. They're not heavy at all. So they're not meant to like make the doll sit up or anything. It's not like a heavy weighted thing. But it gives it a fun texture, which I'm all about. The textures, the feels, the tactile, all that fun stuff with like junk journaling, where you get all that fun tactile stuff with it. So this gives it a fun, squishy, neat little feeling. And people are always like, "Oh, what is that?" So it just gives it a kind of a fun little thing. And it's inexpensive. And I've had the same bag that they send you. I just put it in a dog treat container. And I still got a bunch more. I just need to add it to this. But you get a bunch, and I've made every single one of my dolls with this just one bag, because I only use like a little cup here. But you can funnel this if you need to, because, oops, it can be messy. So I just add it in there. And it gives it a fun, just tactile feel to it. Yep, the conductor of the junky. I like that. I like that, Karen. That's funny. The junky grungy Grammy doll band here. That is for sure, right? Okay, so I do that, and then if you turned it over, they'd all fall out, right? So what I do is take some of my stuffing and plug it up. right? Just pop it in there and plug it up. And that makes it so it's easy when you put the legs in. You don't have to fight everything trying to fall out, you know? Works out great. So I try to give you guys little tips and tricks and, you know, things that I've had to learn, you know, the hard way. So I try to give you guys some easier ways here. So I'm just stuffing it. The goat, huh? Am I the goat? That's funny. I try. Well, I'm glad you think so, Karen. Because I try, for sure. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying making these and watching me make them and going along with me and doing them together, you know? It's all about community and, you know, having some fun things to do together, and I'm just really enjoying it with you guys. So yeah, so I really have the support is just unreal, and I'm very appreciative to all of you. So what we have now is we stuff the body, we got the dress on because that's more important. Get that dress on before you stuff it below the neck. So get that dress on, or do the trick that I showed you if you get too far, and you can just cut the back of the dress and fold it around and glue it. And then we got her little arms and her little legs. And then the apron will go on later. So thank you guys. I'm glad you guys could join. And I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it informational. And if you could hit that subscribe button and share and comment, I really, really appreciate it. Those are the things that help me so, so much. And thank you guys for the hearts. This is just so much fun. I'm having a great time with you guys. And yeah, until next time, I will pop on, Thursday. Karen, I will be on Thursday at 2 o'clock Pacific time. So hit that notification bell. Make sure you guys have it ready to go. And I will see you guys on Thursday. So see you then.